Hi dreamers. So in this video we are going to talk about the second series of the Storm, which I have taken from the Dr. Miles Munro Daddy notes, sermon notes. The sermon is always in the YouTube. You can search it. I will provide the link in the description. Okay, this is the second video. Last video we talk about more about the nature of the storms. In this video we are going to talk about the 10 purpose of the storms and some of the little things about that. The storm is not something. Okay, the storm is we can compare the storms to our problems, to our tragedies, to our obstacles, struggles, many things. Okay, our daddy Dr. Miles Munro, he simply put the name storms for all these things. Let's get into the topic. The 10 purpose of the storms. When a storm come to our life, we often think, why it come to me, why it happens to me. I'm not a bad guy, I'm just a good guy, I'm a beloved of the God, why it happens to me. why most of the persons have the frustration, and some people they offended by God in this area. So here I am telling why the problems and why the storms have come into your life. What is the purpose of the storm which is come into your life. Okay, from the Dr. Miles Munro daddy point of view. In this last video we have already spoken about many things. I'm not going to repeat the same thing in this video, so just going to watch that first and come and continue this series. So the first point is, the storms or the problems are come into your life, they come to restore the natural balance. The first point. The second point is, they come to cleanse the environment. I already told you, when the storms comes, after you go, if you going to a beach or the lake, it is well clean and the sky, water, air is fully pure. They come to cleanse the environment. It means the environment which I am taking that point is that it is our mindset or our aura, our atmosphere. It will be changed. The third point, he said that what is the purpose? The storms and the problems are come into our life. They come to remove the pollution in our life, in our relationships. There are many people are pollutions in your life. When a storm hits, they will be removed. There is many bad habits which you possess. It's not good for you. When a storm hits, it will remove all the bad habits and the bad relationship and the pollutants in your life. The fourth point is, the storms, they come to expose the decay. We have some areas in life, in our mindset, some areas to heal, some areas to grow. We need to take careful about the two things. Many people I meet in my life, they get offended by people, but what is the interesting thing? They carry this offense for them 3 to 4 to 5 years. I wondered how a man can carry this little offense for 5 years. So don't be like that, just leave it. So it is that they come to expose the decay. What is the areas in our life to grow? What is the areas in our life to heal? We have to understand, we have to deal that first. So the next point is, the storms, they come to test your strain. Here I am strain means it is your strength, it is your capacity to handle the pressure or the problems. When you are not matured, or when you are not learn to handle the pressure or the problems, many wonderful things are always kept away from us. Yes, whenever we take responsibility, there is always a pressure come. Who are they have the capacity to handle the pressure, they get the reward in our life. So the next point is, the storms or problems, they come to maintain the humility in you. When always the problem hits, the person become humble. they come to maintain the humbleness in you. Here is also I want to say that one point. It is not the purpose of God. Okay, it is the purpose of storms. First understand that and settle that in your mind. So the next point is, when the storms are the problems, they come to reduce the life to its essentials. I'm already said that in the previous video. In life, there are very few things are essential. You know, many successful people I saw them, and our daddy, Dr. Miles Munro, also said that life is very simple. When you get the essential and the basic things of the life and the truths, you will reign the life with the daddy God. There is one story here I want to say to you. In Elon Musk life, when he going to NASA for getting a rocket or a spacecraft to launch into the space, he amazed and shocked by the price the NASA gave to him. It is millions and millions of dollars. So he have not much amount at this time. So when he returned to his home and he get the basic details and the essential items which can make the rocket by our own. Okay, he follow the essential and he get the basics of the rocket. So now he made the SpaceX. Now he is launching the satellites for NASA. Okay, the essential and the basic things in our life is very, very important. So don't lose or don't ignore your essentials in life. I mean, what is essential in my life? You know, there is my dream, my family, and my health, and my relationships. These are the essential in my life. Okay, the next point, the storms and problems are they come when they come to test your foundation. Yes, when the problems are when the storms hits, we all can know what is the foundation you built. The foundation will expose when the storm hits. We will talk about that in the coming minutes. Okay, the next point is the storms and the problems are they come to test your building codes. You know, what is the substance which you used to build this thing. There is a values in everything we built in our life. When the values and the building code is always correct, when the storms are always passing, when the substance and when the building code is not correct, the storm hits it and change the whole building. Okay, so this is the ninth thing. Okay, the last purpose of the storms are the problems. They come to give you a key. What is the key? What is the key? What he really meant in this place? In this place, Daddy Dr. Miles Munro going to take the Jesus perspective for a storm, for a way to approach the storm. Okay, Matthew 16:19, he quote the scriptures. Jesus said that in the scripture, I will give you the keys of the kingdom. Whatever you bound on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatever you release on earth will have been released in heaven already. So here is the scripture. He take that in this quoting the keys of the kingdom. So when every storms come, they will give a key to you. He said that. So the next thing Dr. Miles Munro going to share about that Jesus' way of approach to a storm. From the scripture Matthew 7. You know, this is an interesting story. We all know about that story. Where there is two men built a house. One built it on a rock, one built it on a sand. I will read it for you from the Message version. Okay, it is interesting. That's why I am taking that Message version Bible. I will read that for you. These words I speak to you are not incidental additions to your life. Homeowner improvements to your standard of living. They are the foundational words to build a life on. Words to build a life on. If you work these words into your life, you are like a smart carpenter who built his house on solid rock. Rain poured down, river flooded, Toronto hit, but nothing moved that house. Amen. It was fixed to the rock. But if you just use my words in Bible studies and don't work them into your life, you are like a stupid carpenter who built his house on the sandy beach. When the storm rolled in waves come up, it collapsed like a house of cards. Actually, when I read this scripture from the Message version, I'm getting laughed. Sorry for that. Because the important thing for me to laugh is that when you use my words for just the Bible studies, it make me smile. Okay, so this is the story Jesus shared about in this area. So in this, through this story, our daddy Miles concluded about some facts about the storms, some truth about the storms again. Okay, what is the facts and what is the truth? He said that about that. He said that in the story. First, storms are natural. Just understand that. Many people today, when they face a small problem, they just feel that it's not, it's why it happened, why to me. They just too much tension, too much worry, too much frustration, which will affect them more than a storm sometimes in life. Okay, so first thing is that storms are natural. Okay, the second thing he said that storms must be expected. Yes, storms or problems in our life must be expected. When you expect a storm or problem in an area in your life, if you found that, if you expect that, you will prepare for that. So as soon as the problem will come in that area, you will overcome that problem in a easy way, in a very much less time. Okay. The third point, he said that storms and problems are come to everyone. Many people said that you don't know about my problem. I have many problems. I have 1,000 problems. They said that. They call that the invisible things into visible world. So it's not the truth. Okay, the problems are come to everyone. When you know about that your near person problem, you will say that oh my God, my problem is better than him. God, first help him. I thank God for you. When we know about our friends, our families, our near neighbors' problems, we thank God for our problem is better than him. Okay, so these are all the in this world. It is storms and problems are natural. Storms and problems are expected, must be expected. Storms and problems are come to everyone. Okay, just to understand that. Because the boy in the story you watch that the storms and rains hit the both houses, not the one house. It will affect and hit the both houses, but the result is different. Okay. The fourth point, he said that storms impact everyone. Okay, it impact everyone. The both houses are affected by the storm in the story, in Jesus' story. Okay. The last point, he said that storms are not real issue in life. In simple manner, the problem is not the problem when you understand the truth about the life. What is the truth? The truth has a name. It's Jesus Christ. Go and study him. My favorite quote. Okay, I need to quote that in this area. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Okay, just said that loud in your mouth. The problem is not my problem. Is not my problem. My problem is my attitude towards the problem. When problem hits everyone, how can it be the real issue in life? Okay, the real issue is not the storms or the problem. The real is your mindset and your heart and your life. What you do with the words and what you do with the time you have. So these are the concluded facts from the Jesus way of approach to the storms. Okay. In the story, there is an interesting thing is that when you prepare, I often think that why the person just to put a foundation for his house, because he expect that he know that foundation is more important than a building. That's why he put the foundation first and then he built his house. But the another man don't expect the storms. That's the problem here. Okay, when we put the foundation in rock, we don't have a fear in life. Okay, the real issue is not a storms, it's not a problem. Here I want to emphasize one point in Daddy Dr. Miles Monroe perspective and my perspective is that when I say that about the storms and problems, don't take it as okay, storms are necessary in life, we have to live with the storms, we have to experience the pain. No, I'm not said that anything. Okay, just understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying really is the way you have a life, you can live a life beyond the problems. Okay, you can overcome any problems as soon as it hit you. I'm not saying that you have to experience the pain, you have to carry the cross. No, already Jesus is crossed, already Jesus is carried. We have don't need to carry that. Okay, I often said that what it is. My point is that we have a life beyond the storms. We can live a life beyond the problems in life. Okay, that's the point I'm emphasizing, and Daddy also emphasizing in here. So in my perspective, there are three peoples in life. Some of them will live with the problem for many years. Okay, some of the persons will overcome the problem. Okay, they are the overcomers, they are the victorious peoples. Okay, they have overcome the problem. Some people, they ignore the problem, they never don't want to solve the problem, they just escape from the problem. Not overcome it. Okay, there is a difference between the I am escaping from a lion, I am overcoming a lion. Okay, David overcome a lion. Okay, he's not escaping from a lion. So this is my approach. Then the last thing he said, that is a famous quote: you have never remembered for what you avoided, you are remembered by what you survived. Okay, so the last our daddy Miles said that there is one story okay, about the Bill Gates interview. See, when the interviewer asked to Bill Gates, what is the secret, maybe it's managers, how do you hire managers? I will hire myself. How do you ask the questions? What are the questions you ask to your manager in interview? When the interview comes, Bill Gates said that, okay, he's Bill Gates talking. When I'm hiring in my managers, I will ask the basic questions and the basic facts. At last, I will reserve one question for all. If they say yes, I will believe in him and I will hire him. If they said no, I will don't hire him. What is the question interviewer asked? He said that if you have ever failed in your life, if you have ever get a big mistake in your working experience, if you have ever faced a real biggest problem in your life, when the person said no, I will not select him. When the person say yes, I will select him as a manager. Why? Because Bill Gates said that I don't believe a person who ain't go through the storms. Okay, so it's an interesting thing, Daddy and the next time said that how do you know David, Goliath? How do you know Joshua, Jericho? How do you remember the Moses, Pharaoh and Red Storm and the Red Sea? Okay, and the Red Sea. How do we remember the Samson, Philistines? What makes the Mandela and Gandhi famous? Jail and struggle. Last interesting thing about Daddy sharing is in his message, he analyzed and he observed the eagle's nature while the storming time. Eagle is the only bird which he looks for the storms, which he wait for the storms, which he use the storms and go beyond the storms and live a life without storm. At the time, storms are present below him, not above him. Okay, eagle understand the storms. He understand how to use the storm, how to make a storm as an opportunity. He understand that. How it know that? Let's look at deep. Eagle use the storms to increase his flying height. Eagle use the storm to cleanse his feather. Eagle use the storm to test their pinions ability. And at last, when the eagle is using the storms fully, then it leave the storm, leaving the storm and go up there. In James' book, he said that in this way, okay, storm, and the testing of your faith develop perseverance, and the perseverance must finish its works in your life, so you may mature and complete. Without a testing, a product cannot come to the market. A testing is necessary for a product to come into your market. Okay, it's Balasegarana words. Okay, these are all the things I want to share with you. So in final, I want to thank Daddy Dr. Myles Munroe for this wonderful sermon. He's a treasure house, Every problem is a temporary. Your dream and your God's promise is the only permanent thing which is going to become a reality of your life. So I thank Balashegarana for introducing me Dr. Miles Munro in my life and many saints of God in my life. I am also one of the dreamer. Thank you.